Please send your story along with your name and contact number. Send your story along with your name and contact number to 0703 175 6537. 0703 175 6537. Tonight on Adult Conversations. My husband can't stop cheating. My husband can't stop cheating. My name is Cynthia, 32, and a marketing officer. My husband is 42 and a safety manager. We have been married for 9 years with 2 sons. I found out my husband is cheating, but I don't know what to do. Recently, he bought me new dresses and shoes, only for me to find out later he got it while shopping with his side chick. How do I stop this? It's troubling for me. This is Cynthia speaking tonight. She's saying, my husband can't stop cheating. My name is Cynthia. I'm 32 and a marketing officer. My husband is 42 and a safety manager. We've been married for 9 years with 2 sons. I found out my husband is cheating, but I don't know what to do about it. Recently, he bought me new dresses and shoes, only to find out later he got it while shopping with his side chick. How do I stop this? And that's the basic question that Cynthia is asking us tonight. How can I stop my husband from being a serial cheater? How can I stop him from cheating on me? And that's the question. So the number to call to advise Cynthia tonight is 07000 917 917. That's the number. 07000 917 917. You can also send in your texts and messages and WhatsApp messages to 0703 175 6537. 0703 175 6537. To join the WhatsApp group chat, you can do that by sending your name and contact number via WhatsApp. Send your name and contact number via WhatsApp to 0703 175 6537. As always, we give priority to the members of the Adult Conversation family. And on the group chat, I'll be taking messages there first. Chinwe from Ejigbo is saying, good evening, lady. If your hubby is taking good care of you, don't bother yourself. Just be treating him well. He might stop looking outside. You need to pray about it as well. And this from Chinwe from Ejigbo. Nathaniel Ojedero from Dero Ojodu Badger says, good evening, the whole house. I hope your day was good. Compliments of the season. Dear Cynthia, right from the caption of your profile, you said my husband can't stop cheating. No, he can. Take his heart to God in prayer. There's no man on earth that God cannot change. Show more practical love to him. Honor him and stop condemning him. When he sees that he can get the best at home, he will definitely change. Much lies in your hands, Cynthia. God will help you. That's from Nathaniel Ojedero. All right. John from Agege says, good evening, all. Mrs. Cynthia, it's only God that can change impossibility to be possible. Please, I have some questions for you. How do you relate with your husband? Do you people live together? How do you dress? Do you look attractive? You know, some women, after giving birth to 1 or 2 children, they just relax. Instead of looking good, they prefer looking like old mama. Madam, you can also bring your husband back by starting to do what you were doing when you knew him, because some young ladies are ready to die with our men. And that's from John from Agege. Kolawole from Ilukpeju is saying, good evening all. Running into conclusion on what you have not confirmed will do more harm to your relationship. I will advise you not to flex over unsubstantiated matters. Face front and make money. At best, you can advise him to be using condoms because of pregnancy. That way, you will protect yourself. Next, turn yourself to a pastor. Let him know the effects of infidelity with good examples to back it. Continue to do your work with God, and all issues will be resolved. Okay, so there's another message, but I don't know who sent this in. Okay, this is Promise from Abliegba, who says, good evening, house. Cynthia, love, I can understand how you feel. Just take it to God in prayer and leave the rest to him. Nothing is impossible for him to do. And also check yourself well and know if there's anything you're doing that you know your husband doesn't like. Try to change and be better. If you're the nagging type, stop it. Men don't like it. Always keep yourself neat and sexy for him always. If you tie rapper, stop it. Most men are irritated by that. Go look for sexy nighties, shorts, and all to wear while at home. Use your woman power to seduce and win your man back. Do your hair, take care of you, cook good food for him. Our mother said to win a man's heart is through his stomach. And one important thing every woman fails to know is a smiling wife makes a happy home. So no matter what, always smile. Whatever you know will make you happy and smile and keep doing it. And forget about what he does. Try all this, and I bet you there'll be a change. And that is from Promise from Abliegba. All right. Thank you very much for all those messages. Kindly keep them coming in. All right. This evening, we're profiling the story of Cynthia. And Cynthia is telling us that her husband can't seem to stop cheating. All right. To join the conversation, you can call the number 07000 917 917. That's where to call 07000 917 917. You can also send in a text message or a WhatsApp message to 070 0703 175 6537. 0703 175 6537. All right. Text message coming in from Comrade. He's saying, are you actually together with your husband as a marketing officer? Are you giving him audience? Are you compatible emotionally with your husband? Do you cook for him? How can Chinwe tell a woman that she shouldn't bother if the man is taking care of her? Why why then is she profiling to us if she's not feeling psychologically attacked? All right, keep the messages coming in. Thank you. And of course, you can dial the number 07000 917 and you can send in a message, text, or WhatsApp to 0703 175 6537. Hello, good evening. Hello, good evening. Hello, good evening. Hello. All right, please call back if you can. So tonight, the story being profiled is coming from Cynthia, and Cynthia is telling us that her husband can't stop cheating. She said they've been married for 9 years, they have two sons, and she found out that her husband is cheating, but she doesn't know what to do. She said recently he bought me new dresses and shoes, only for me to find out later that he got it while shopping with his side chick. How do I stop this? It's troubling. And that's where she needs our advice. How does she stop her husband from cheating? Okay. So if this is your situation, if you've been in these shoes before, if you've been in a situation where your husband has cheated on you before, if you could get him to stop, if you were successful in getting him to stop cheating on you, kindly call in and give Cynthia some advice because she badly needs this advice. She wants to know what she can do. She's tired of being in a situation where her husband is cheating on her. Now, that's the situation that she's in now, but she wants to change it and she wants her husband to stop. She wants to be secure in her marriage and she wants to be safe and she wants to be the only woman that her husband is with, basically. So, different things to ask in this whole story. You've been married for 9 years with two sons. You said you found out that your husband is cheating. Is he cheating? This one you just found out. Is that the first time he's cheating on you? Is that the first time he's cheating on you? Hello, good evening. Hello.
Good evening.
Hi, good evening. Welcome to Adult Conversations. What's your name and where are you
Okay,
calling from?
my name is Divine Favor, and I'm calling from Yanipaja.
Divine Favor. Good to have you. Are you calling for the first
Thank
time?
you. Yeah, I think I'm a first time caller.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank
Thank you for
you.
joining us tonight. All right, so Divine
Uh,
Favor, what do you think she can do to stop her husband from cheating?
okay, I think the first thing to do is to call him to order. Like they're partners, I believe, and then there's a way they can sort things out. She can call the husband, ask him some certain questions, not asking to interrogate him, ask him as a husband, what does he think that she's doing wrong? Let the husband say his mind. Some men are not able to tell their wife that they don't like the way they dress, their hair do, they don't take care of themselves. But maybe after a nice dinner, during bedtime where she can call him and, "Hey, baby, why did you cheat on me? Like, what is the problem? What can I do to make myself better?" I think she can do that. That if they have a very good communication skill, like if that communication is there, there's a way they can sort this thing out. It's not easy to, having a cheating husband is not that easy, but she can work it out with him. There's no time for her to give up. Like, she can't give up. Call the husband to order and let him know that this thing that he's doing just is killing her. So she just has to do that. Nobody can do that for her. She has to work on herself. I think there's something wrong. For
Okay.
9 years, we've been married, and then
Thank you so much, Cynthia. But let me ask you a question. Divine Favor, let me ask you a question.
Yes, ma'am. Mm-hmm.
You said that there must be something wrong. Must there be something wrong for a man to cheat? Can't a man just decide to cheat? Doesn't that happen?
Yeah, I know that happens, yes. But most of the time, these stories, there's always something in between the lines. Because that's not the point, our bone of contention. But my one is that she should call the man to order. We can talk about this, like, this kind of conversation, like husband and wife stuff.
I understand that. I understand that.
Will be over.
I understand that. But what I'm saying is, if there's nothing wrong, if the home is peaceful, the man is fine, everything is okay, she's doing what she's supposed to be doing, she looks good, but the man is the one that's saying, I want to cheat. Oh yeah.
No, it so cannot want to cheat. It's not possible.
Why not? Why do you say so?
Pray about it. Why must he want to cheat?
Thank you very much, Divine Favor. Thank you so much.
Okay.
All right. First call of the night, and Divine Favor is saying that she should call her husband to order. That's the first thing she should do. She should sit him down, talk to him about it after a nice dinner, trying to get him to talk to her as regards why he really is cheating on her. She says sometimes some men see some things they don't like in their wives and they can't tell them because they don't want to hurt their feelings. But she should actually ask him to tell her what he doesn't like about her and why he's cheating. So if there's something she can work on, she should work on it. And when I asked, what if he just wants to cheat? I mean, if there's nothing wrong with her, he just decides to cheat. And she said, just pray for him. Hello, good evening.
Hello, good evening.
Good evening. Thank you for calling Adult Conversations. What's your name and where are you calling from?
Thank you. My name is Ola. I'm calling from Abuja.
Hi, Ola. Can you turn down the volume of your radio for me?
Okay. Yes, I just did that.
Fantastic. Thank you very much. All right. So, Ola, what's your advice to Cynthia tonight?
Okay. From the messages people have been sending and from the last caller, and always supporting, I don't know, why would you say a woman should beg and call her husband? What should ask him what she's doing that is not good? Probably she's not dressing well or so. If the reverse is the case, would the man call the woman to ask all these questions? The thing is, there is no how will I call it now? Excuse? You don't have any excuse for you to cheat. If a man is a cheater, he's a cheater. You don't have any excuse to cheat. Hope you understand. So I just feel the woman should, sit herself down, look at what she's doing on her own, not calling the man and asking him what is the thing she has been doing that is wrong and all of that. Because if the reverse is the case, the man will never call a woman to ask such questions. And I know some men, they are very dirty. They are dirty. They don't even care. And no woman will complain about that or will cheat because of that. Are you there?
Absolutely.
Okay. So my advice is the woman should just sit herself down, see whatever is wrong, probably whatever she's doing. Fine. It's fine to call your husband and ask what is the issue. But some men, they don't even have reasons for cheating. They just want to cheat. So she should find what will make her happy because life is short. At times, if you call the man safe, the man will be on top of, thinking has the right to do whatever he's supposed to do. So my advice to the woman is just sit down, Find something to make you happy. Probably if you work or have friends, just find a way to be happy because women life matters as well.
Thank you very much, Ola. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's Ola from Abriaga. And Ola is saying she doesn't support the previous caller. He said, call him to order and ask him what some of the things that he doesn't like about you and try to change it. She's saying if the reverse were the case, the man would not call the woman and say, my baby or my wife, why are you cheating on me? What is the thing that I'm doing that you don't like that I can change? Should I smell nice? Should I go to the gym? Should I start cooking for you? Should I spend more time at work and make more money for us? Should I do? He's not going to do all of that. So she's saying she doesn't support that particular point of view, that she's just saying that the woman should find whatever it is that gives her joy and focus on that. And that's the only thing. She should just make herself happy because he's cheating because he chooses to, not because there's any particular reason. And that's what Ola says. That's her point of view. Okay. Keep the calls coming in, 07000 917 917. And you can send a text or WhatsApp message to 0703 175 6537. This is Still Adult Conversations.
Make everybody be waiting because I'm shining. Long hair or short doesn't matter. Crochet or dreadlocks can be better. Only for girls.
People know how to make an impression, and that's why they only trust Lush Hair Extensions to bring out the shine in them. Lush Hair, be beautiful.
Special season. Some kind people for we country now, they face waiting, then they call sweet palava. Like a fusa when the water when they back in new car for the left side or right side of a compound. Yeah, no problem. Go now. Whether to start in brand new generator with key or with remote. If yourself, Priya, we don't they open and close a new fridge every 5 minutes. My people, waiting they cause some, Now the Glow Joy Unlimited Extravaganza. Yeah, if you self want to experience your own sweet palava, just dial *611# and recharge up to 500 naira every week to enter this Glow Joy Unlimited Extravaganza. Over 500,000 gifts will include plenty brand new cars, generators, TVs, fridges, and plenty other sweet prices. Full grand remain. Start to recharge now. Make you fit win. Terms and conditions they shall.
Glow Joy Unlimited.
Every day, there's a reason to advocate more on sexual and gender-based violence. More women, more girls, more children are sexually assaulted, harassed, and raped. The 16 days of activism against gender-based violence is a call for action to end all forms of violence against women and girls. We ask you to join us to orange the world and end violence against women by speaking up and reporting cases of violence against women and girls. Together, let us shame the perpetrators and allow the law take its full course. Don't be the problem, be part of the solution. Say no to violence against women and girls.
I feel that there's some sort of lack of professionalism in this because we're talking about 100 lives.
Government has to also put in place a structure to make it look like what they have in mind.
How do we stop crime in the society? Because at the end of the day, if a man cannot provide for his wife anymore, he looks for other means. We should address Nigerian
Mondays through Fridays from 9:15 a.m.
on WFM 91.7 will bring you ladies from across Nigeria's political zones, dissecting, discussing, and disagreeing on topical issues of the day. You too can join the conversation by tweeting us at WFM 917 with the hashtag Panorama. WFM 91.7, the voice of women.
Hello? James, look, I'm on the expressway. My car just broke down. I don't even know what to do.
Sorry, you do not have sufficient credit to continue this call.
Oh, please, no.
Why not?
This is an important call.
Then you should have recharged.
I would, but I'm in a position where I can't.
Why not borrow some credit then?
Borrow credit? How?
With Glow Borrow Me Credit, you can borrow airtime and pay later. It's easy. Just dial *321# and follow the instructions.
Wow, that's fantastic.
Glow is always there for you when it matters most.
Sorry, James. As I was saying, my car just broke down now, and I have no help here.
Talk now, pay later with Glow Borrow Me Credit. Glow Unlimited.
24 minutes to 10 on Your Women Radio WFM 91.7, Nigeria's only radio station for women and their families. Today, we're profiling the story of Cynthia here on Adult Conversations today. He's saying, Cynthia is saying her husband can't stop cheating. If you're just joining us, this is his story. Cynthia says she's 32 and a marketing officer. Her husband is 42 and a safety manager. She says we've been married for 9 years with 2 sons. She found out that her husband is cheating, but she doesn't know what to do. So she says recently he bought me new dresses and shoes, and then I found out later that he got it while shopping with his side chick. How do I stop this? This is troubling. So she needs advice on how she can stop her husband from cheating. The number to call is 07000 917 917. That's the number, 07000 917 917. You can also send in text or WhatsApp messages to 0703 175 6537. Please, when you call in, ensure you turn down the volume of your radio and also keep your advice short, simple, and constructive when you call in. And please let us not blame anyone for anything. Always remember that this is somebody's reality that we're discussing today. So be compassionate and be empathetic and be very calm when you're giving advice. Comrade is asking, or Comrade is saying in his message, so to ask Cynthia the jam question, is it that she is now psychologically observing the cheating husband's call at night? I support the woman caller. So I love what you said. The man can change. Does he have Ulumorok heart? Cynthia should talk with him at night. Shikina. I used to tell my wife to go and brush. Your hair don't the old. I want you to wear bum shorts today. Please clear your armpit too. That's what I tell my wife. Cynthia can calmly, sexily, huggingly, kissingly, after cooking for her husband, ask him if there's any way he is no longer attracted to her. No man is born a cheater. Maybe the side chick has manipulated him. You can never tell. I don't believe a cheater is always a cheater. Nah, lie. All right. Thank you very much, comrade. Too many points there that I cannot singularly discuss at the moment, but we'll get to it. Hello, good evening.
And this is from Mamba.
Hello, good evening.
Hello. Good evening, Christopher from Mamba calling.
Christopher, how are you today?
I'm fine, and you too?
I'm fine, thank you. Thank you very much for calling. All right, so very quickly. Yes, please. What's your
Are you hearing me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Hello?
Yes, I can hear you, Christopher. Go ahead, please. Hello, are you there? Okay, so very quickly, Ola made a good point when she called. And she said, if the roles were reversed, are we going to tell the man to call his wife and sit her down and ask her why she's no longer attracted to him? Are we going to say, oh, let her sit him down, let him sit her down and lovingly, sexily, kissingly talk to her at night and ask her why is she not more attracted to him? What can he be doing that can give her more joy and more peace in the house that will make her not to cheat on him? Are we going to tell him all these things that we're telling her to do? Because the truth of the matter is, what applies to the man should apply to the woman. But in a lot of cases, because of how patriarchal our society is, this is not the case. And why do our minds tend to tilt to the fact that there's something the woman is not doing that's making the man cheat? It's very possible, don't get me wrong. It's very possible that there's something she's not doing that's making him step out of the house. Now, but for a couple that have been married for 9 years, forget the children, self. Whether you've been married for 9 years with or without children, doesn't matter. The point remains you've been married for 9 years. 9 years is time enough for you to know the good things and the bad things about this person. You know the person you married. So in 9 years, if there's something that they develop that you don't like, what happened to communication? What happened to all the things that you could have said before you started cheating? How did that play out? Did you even talk about it? Hello, good evening.
Hello, good evening.
Good evening. Thank you for calling. What's your name and where are you calling from?
So this one you agreed to pick my call. What can happen?
Thank you very much for calling. What's your name and where are you calling from?
Okay, this is Princess of the Nation.
Princess, today of all the days, December
December
2021.
You know, they give us light.
Hey, it's a miracle. You're not a first time caller, but I will give you the call. You don't say no be today. Good to hear from you. How is Christian?
How is the family?
They are fine. My family is good. Thank you so much.
Hello?
How is Christian?
Yeah, for today's topic, I would disagree with the last caller that said that she shouldn't go and be asking the husband where she's not getting it right. No. You know, in marriage, when there is understanding and there is communication, you have every right to ask the husband questions. I don't have much airtime, but my advice to her is she can sit back, think, what is she not doing again that is making this man to look outside? For the man to even shop for her while shopping for this side chick means that he still loves the wife. So she should sit down and think. Then you can communicate to your husband and ask questions. Then address your steps again. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Princess. Thank you for calling.
All right. Hello.
Okay. So Princess is saying she agrees with the fact that you should sit him down and talk to him, ask him where you went wrong, or what are the things he doesn't like, what are the things that you should do, what are the things you're not doing that you should continue doing, or what are the things you should have continued doing that you stopped doing. And he can tell you what exactly to work on, basically. She says because you're a married couple and in marriages, communication is important. Now, where I'm going to ask, as much as communication is important, which we all know, what happened to communicating before you started cheating? Why do we have to start communicating after you started cheating? And now the communication is not even coming from you that's cheating. You're not the one saying, oh, okay, I'm sorry for cheating, wanting. This is why I cheated, and this is what I think you should work on. The person who you cheated on, who is feeling betrayed and feeling hurt and feeling sad, is the person that's still supposed to come and ask you, oh, why did you cheat? Why didn't this communication happen before the cheating and not after? Hello, good evening.
Examiner.
Comrade, good evening. How about you today now?
I greet everybody on a happy show. It's in our outside now. So what to say this is concerning the profiler, eh?
Yes.
You get one of my Igbo sister in my street. She told me that her husband did hash for her for shop. And then I said, call that man in the night, ask some question. You know what the man, that man tell him? He said she did dress like a baby. She did give away credit. So that tomorrow, if the shop fall now, everybody will collect credit go on. And another one, she go tell her rapper, one go there down, one go there up. So now discussion in the night that brought that in that one country. What I want to tell you is this marketing officer, we don't know how many hours when she dey work. We don't know whether she even they come back and take care of herself. We don't know whether she's the type that if she come back from work, she go enter her room. Her husband go enter that warranted this sitting. That is not telling us her husband is a cheater. She just observed it now. She has not referred her husband as an international and a cheater. So my advice, let him clear her armpits, dress well, put perfume, cook good food, wear transparent clothes. We're going to show her nipples and let them start discussion in the night. She has right to ask her husband why she's not to build up the station. Yes, because marriage is agreement. They have to discuss. Yes,
comrade, I hear you and I understand what you're saying. But my question here is, There are men who their wives do all of these things. I'm going to ask all the questions you said I should ask because it's important that we know whether she really has time for her husband and whether she may have done some things that led to all of these things.
That question
We will ask all those questions. We will ask all those questions.
You told me that there are some men who say their woman go do all this thing.
They will do all of these things and they will still cheat. So at the end of the day,
that means then go deliverance for that man for 7 days.
It's not deliverance, Oga. It's not deliverance. People will go cheat last.
Okay,
If their wives,
that means the born and cause them. The born and cause are saying go to cheat.
Comrade,
you know, against deliverance. Yes, I hear you.
I'm sure you know people that their wives are fine. Their wives cook for them. Their wives have children for them and take care of their children. Their wives do everything that they should do. But they're still cheating. They're still cheating. And if they sit down and discuss with them from now till tomorrow, if they would say they will change, but if at the end of the day they don't change, what happens?
Government, you're hearing me in voice now. When I start my anger, the whole of Africa fire. But I know the say I go stay with the woman. So anything can happen, they can change the zone, so they can change.
No, I'm not saying they can't change. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is there are people who still cheat when their wives have nothing to do with it. That's what I'm saying. I'm not saying he can't change. I'm saying what happens if this man is the kind of person that, okay, after all these things now, he will now apologize and say he has changed. For 2 months, he will not do anything. On the 3rd month now, he will now continue. I'm not saying that that's what he will do, but let's not close our eyes to the fact that people do these things.
Well, maybe, as you say, after the reference, we will still go back. Maybe we will try to see whether we can go out of Chukwamadoha. Whether out of Chukwamadoha will deliver them. If that deliver for church, no work. Now the Chukwamadoha will deliver them. Or Ogu there for Yoruba land. I mean, shall we go?
All right, comrade. Thank you very much for calling. Good night. So many things that he said, and he talked about the fact that maybe she is busy at work and then doesn't come home early enough to take care of her husband, her family. And maybe some of these things are things that have contributed to the fact that he's cheated. And whether she dresses a certain way that doesn't arouse him or doesn't make her look attractive to him, or whether she's not cooking well, or whether she doesn't communicate with him well enough or pay him any attention. And he's saying some of these things might be some of the reasons why he's cheating on her. Takes me back to the point. If she has been doing all of these things, okay, now let me just ask, is there anything that your husband has spoken to you about that you think that maybe because you did not work on some of those things, you possibly think that these are some of the reasons why he's cheating? Is there anything that your husband has expressed to you that could be pointers to the fact that he's cheating or to the reason why he's cheating? Hello, good evening. Hello? Hello? Call back, please. Thank you very much. Okay. This is very important, and it's a very dicey situation, very much like a lot of the stories of Profile and Adult Conversations. Now, she's saying 9 years in marriage, they have 2 children, he's cheating. What I would even like to know is if he's cheating for the first time. If he's cheating for the first time, then there's a lot that can be done that can fix the situation. But if he's cheating for the second time, then that's a whole different conversation. So let us know if he's cheating for the first time or if he's cheating for the second time and above. Hello, good evening.
Hello, good evening. Christopher from Oba.
Okay, Christopher.
Yes, good evening.
Good evening.
What I want to say about the issue now, you see, they say even if you carry monkey to America, if you come back, you see answer monkey. 50% of men do cheat. It is in their blood. So the only advice I can give that lady is just to keep herself happy. Whatever she is doing to her husband before she continues doing it, I believe, and put everything in prayer. I believe one day, God will change him. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Well, you heard that, Christopher, saying she should pray about it and she should put it in prayers. She should make herself happy and continue doing what she's doing. Now, look, the more we think that it's okay for a man to cheat, because that's basically what we're saying. We're basically just patting the man on the back and saying that what you're doing is right. Because if we're telling the woman that, oh, you just need to pray about it, you need to communicate with him, you need to ask him what you're doing wrong, rather than talk to the person who is actually doing the wrong thing and getting that person to do the right thing. It just looks like we're basically indirectly giving the man a pat on the back and an approval stamp, and we're saying you're doing a good job. And that is, I'm sure that's directly not what we're saying, but that's what a lot of us have said so far. We're indirectly saying he's cheating. It might not be okay, but maybe the woman is doing something. Maybe the man is doing, maybe she's doing something that's causing it. And maybe she's not wearing sexy clothes. Maybe she's not doing this, she's not doing that, she's not doing this. If she's wearing sexy clothes, okay, let's even say she's not wearing sexy clothes, she's not giving the man attention. Has he spoken to her about it? What happened to all the communication that could have happened before he cheated? I mean, he has cheated now, and to a large extent, he knows that she knows that he's cheating. Now, it's different when the woman knows that the man is cheating. It's another level of insensitivity when the man knows that the woman knows that he's cheating, but he's still cheating. That just tells you that, okay, he has gotten to that point that, okay, now you know about it. Well, what are you going to do about it? You're not going to do anything about it, and that's it. We need to get past that it's in their blood. It's okay for them to do it. Is there no place where the woman has feelings? I mean, shouldn't it matter that this man has broken this man's heart? This man has hurt this man has betrayed her trust. Shouldn't it matter? Hello, good evening.
Hello, good evening, Christopher. I call back.
Christopher, you cannot be calling back like this, back and forth.
Please, let me take it one clear.
All right, what I mean by saying that please, go ahead.
Everything prayer, the men do shit. The guy the lady may ask the man now. I know some men, the man will pray up, maybe I don't stop the lady. Why she ask me, I need to control me. That is why I say the lady should put everything in prayer. I believe by God's grace, by prayer, God will change him. That's what I mean. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Very fair point that he made. He made a fair point that sometimes if she keeps accosting him or even asking him, no matter how nicely she asks, the man can flip it over and get upset because, of course, in a defensive stance, he can just flip it over and start asking that, oh, why do you don't have a right to question me? You can't talk to me and ask me why I'm cheating and everything. You can't control me, and it could lead to something else like domestic violence. So he's saying that's why it's better for her to put it in prayers. Hello, good evening.
Hello.
Good evening.
Toronto.
Hello.
Hello.
Good evening. I can hear you. Good evening.
My comrade.
Comrade. What?
Hello, 1 minute.
30 seconds. Please go ahead.
Hello, 1 minute.
30 seconds. Please go ahead.
Now, that last caller, he said that he should pray. That one is very, very important. I want to tell you, say, pray without work, you know, work. Maybe the woman will be praying and is dead, cannot cook, and she can come back from work 10 o'clock, and she cannot ask pressure, and he cannot discuss with her husband. That prayer don't work. Never can correct. Prayer with work can work, but the prayer without work can never work.
All right, thank you very much. 5 minutes to 10 on Your Women Radio 91.7. Comrade is saying some men can give you signs and some women will not understand. A cheater can change. Sumto. That's why we're saying that they should discuss. Maybe the man has given her sign and she did not understand. So I'm to ask Cynthia what time she comes back from work. See, all this keep pointing to the fact that we are still saying that the woman is at fault. The woman is at fault. No single person has called to ask what it is that is, to ask why he's doing what he's doing, not asking her why he's doing what he's doing. Looking at it from a man's perspective, I believe very strongly that every man knows what it is they're supposed to do, just as every woman knows what it is they're supposed to do. If you don't want to cheat, no matter how strong the temptation, you won't cheat. But if you want to cheat, regardless of how good things are going or how bad things are going, you're still going to cheat. So at the end of the day, is there really an excuse? Hello, good evening. Hello, good evening. Hello?
Sorry, it's Divine Favor. I called back.
Okay, you have 30 seconds, Divine Favor.
Yes, like, there's something I want to say. Having listened to you talk for some minutes now, and then I found out that the points you're trying to make, let's just not talk out of impulse. What we are saying this lady should call the husband to talk to him is for her own psychological well-being. I know what it means to live with a husband who is a serial cheater, and she mentioned that clearly, which means this particular instance is not the first time the man is cheating. He has been cheating along the line. But this time around, things are going out of hand.
She didn't say he has been cheating before. She just said, I found out my husband is cheating. That's what she said.
I heard this. I just listened to the word serial. Okay, let's just say for now, she just found out. There's nothing stopping her from talking to the man, talk to him. We are not saying we are giving the man the license to cheat. Let her talk to the man. Something is wrong. And mind you don't know the kind of relationship these two people have. You don't know how she organizes herself, how the man equally organizes himself. So men cheat, that's right. But them having this cheating this in their DNA, that's what I don't support. Something went wrong. Two of them can correct it. This one, we're just giving advice. She has to dress well and all that. You clearly pointed it at what she should do, all this, and the man is still cheating. Something is missing, and they can work it out together. See, this thing we're saying here, we're all talking out of impulse, and I think your line of discussion, you want us to go to this direction of okay, we should kill the man for cheating on her. Psychologically, the woman is already down. She needs to talk to the man.
Okay, I am not saying that. Divine Favor.
No, that is the way you're going.
That's not what I'm saying. Because if you have been listening to what I'm saying, that's not the only thing I'm saying. That's not the only thing I'm saying. What I'm saying is we should not take responsibility away from the man and put it all on the woman. Yes. If there's something wrong, please listen. If there's something that she's doing that she shouldn't have been doing, or something that made him cheat, my question here is, which is what I've asked a number of times, why didn't he tell her any of these things before he started cheating? And now that he knows that now that she knows that he's cheating, and he knows that she knows that she's cheating, that he's cheating rather, why has he not talked it out with her? And is he still cheating now that he knows that she knows that she's cheating? So at the end of the day, I'm saying let's not take away responsibility from the man and say that, it's the woman that should pray. It's the woman that should wear sexy clothes. It's the woman that should pray. That's my point. So don't get me wrong. Don't get me wrong at all.
I understand where, look at this thing. Now the woman is aware. She's aware that the husband cheats. Can you just imagine their life at home? The kind of cold, this kind of cold mood everybody wants to be on their own another. See, this thing is that she still has to talk to him. Talking to the man will make it. The way you talk to somebody appeals to the man's conscience. He can't be doing that after 9 years of marriage. No,
I agree with you. I agree with you. If she talks to him,
the man's conscience,
I understand. You're making a very valid point. And I'm not saying talking to him is out of context or it's not valid. It is. It's very valid. But what I'm trying to... Well, thank you, Divine Favor. talking to him is not out of context. Talking to him is right. You should talk to him. I mean, you should know why he's doing what he's doing. At least, if not for anything, at least, as she said, for your own mental sanity. And if there's really something to work on, then please, why not work on it? But again, let's not take responsibility away from the man, because it's the person who is wrong that should take responsibility. Let's not just give the man a pass and say, oh, it's the woman that should do everything. That's what is unfair, because it's unfair to the woman as well when we think about it. Hello, good evening.
Hello. Yeah, this is Princess calling back.
Okay, Princess, you've called before, so you have less than a minute, please.
Okay. What I was trying to say before is that for the woman to call her husband doesn't mean that she's to be blamed for anything. For her husband to be cheating on her, no, she's not to be blamed. But sometimes one's attitude can lead to another thing. Then for the husband, let the husband calm down, because sometimes this cheating of a thing can lead to another thing. It can lead to depression, she thinking about the family and every other thing. So it's a matter of communication. Both of them should discuss, and I pray that he will eventually stop.
All right. Thank you very much, Princess.
Hello, Tonto. Good evening.
Christian. Oh, my God.
How are you?
I know you're not a first-time caller, but in fact, let me do two, sir. Haba. Almost every day I do call you. In fact, after a while, I said, let me stop calling Christian and Princess. So it will not be as if I have favorites on this show. What is happening?
I'm so sorry. Actually, I relocated, so I've not been in town for before. I just came back now, not quite long.
Oh, okay. It's good to have you back. Thank you very much for calling in.
Thank you. Let me quickly chip in something. I don't know that I've been listening to some callers, but I want to ask a question. Why is it that whenever a man is cheating in his marriage, we always blame the woman for it? For me, I don't know. Should there be a reason for someone to cheat? See, so to the fact that someone who wants to cheat will cheat, whether the woman is doing what is right or not. No, let's assume that it is the woman who is cheating. Are we going to blame the man for it? If she cannot talk to her husband and the husband doesn't want to listen, she should let him be. And if she wants to call it a cheat, let her do it, because a cheat will always be a cheat. I don't think there's a reason for someone to cheat. Though. I don't think there is. Because for someone to have been cheating for the past 9 days of marriage.
Okay, wait. Okay, let me correct that. Because people are saying that I said serial cheater. So pardon me if that's what I said, because she didn't say serial cheater here. She just said I found out he's cheating. She said we've been married for 9 years. I found out my husband is cheating, but I don't know what to do. So she didn't say that he's been cheating. She just said she found out that he's cheating. So we don't know whether by that word cheating, maybe he's currently cheating now, or he's been cheating before.
Let's assume that they've been married for 9 years. Okay, now the husband is cheating. I want something. It doesn't mean that the husband have not noticed any flaws about her all this while, and like sit her down and talk to her and tell her to change from such attitude. Why is it that when a man is cheating, we start advising the woman to see the husband down and talk to him for him to change from that attitude? In fact, if he wants to cheat, that is it. He just wants to. Because I don't think there's a reason for someone to cheat. You just want to cheat.
Christian, we need to be open to other schools of thought. And though you say you don't think that there's reason to cheat, I agree with you on some level that there's really no reason. Because if you decide that you want to cheat, you will. And if you decide that you don't want to cheat, regardless of how hard things are, you won't. But you cannot still take away the humanity from people. Sometimes people are pushed to a wall and they feel like the only thing that they can do is seek peace from outside because there's no peace within their home. So you cannot take that, no matter how much you say that.
I'm coming. Do you realize I'm an evil man? There's something like evil people say that
When there's a problem in your house, you don't feel it run away. Who are you doing it for? Solve it. You understand?
Say that again, please.
Feel that
Say that again. Say that again.
And he cannot solve it right. He wants to cheat. There is no ready to be a man. Something I keep on saying is, one who wants to cheat will cheat. There's no reason to cheat. If you are not ready to settle down as a man or as a woman, then you remain single. Why would you marry and you're suffering someone else? Okay, now he's cheating. The wife is the one being depressed. And we're here telling the woman stop to him and address him. Like, seriously?
Okay, so Christian, what is your advice to Cynthia?
Fine. If she has been talking to him and he can't, she should just accept what he's saying. It's left for her to decide if she wants to continue the marriage or not. That's the fact. So you can't force people. You can't force people to do some certain things. It's true. That's the truth. You can't.
So your advice to her is to sit down and have a talk with herself as regards what decision she wants to take.
She's the best aspect to herself right now. I'm telling you. She knows what she wants and she's the one that can give herself the best aspect. This is the situation of the thing, you can't advise someone to see. We talk about this so many times on women. We can't talk this. We can't. It's left to you to make your choice.
Christian, thank you very much.
Have to go and sit him down and talk to him. Like, to me, I see it like just like we're just wasting time because that doesn't make him to stop.
Thank you very much, Christian. Thank you. Thank you very much, Christian. Thank you for calling.
All right, take care.
Okay, Christian, thank you for calling. Princess, thank you for calling back. Christian and Princess, please don't run away on us again. Thank you. All right, now, Christian makes some valid points about the fact that women should not be blamed, should not be solely blamed when the man is cheating. And this is part of what I was saying, that divine favor says, oh, it looks like I'm nailing the man to the cross. And that is not the case. The point is, the kind of society we live in, it looks like we excuse the man when he cheats. And we always just say the woman must have done something that caused it. Now, this is not to say that sometimes, as I said, I believe very strongly that if a man doesn't want to cheat, he's not going to cheat. No matter the temptation, no matter the hardship, no matter the things that are pushing him out of the house, no matter the level of difficulty in that marriage, if he doesn't want to cheat, he will not cheat. He will exhaust all avenues possible. And if it's still not working, he would rather end the marriage than cheat on his wife. But that's what I believe. But that doesn't say that humanity in people, the fact that we're humans, last, will not pop up from time to time. And it will. It will. That's the truth of the matter. It will sometimes. And it takes a certain kind of man to feel the need to cheat and still not cheat. So my point here is, let's not take responsibility away from the man and say that, oh, it's the woman. If we flip the script and it's the woman that's cheating, okay, now we keep saying the woman should pray. She should do A, she should do B, she should do C, she should do D. Now, if she actually does all these things, for instance, let's just say maybe she's not actually doing these things. You know, she doesn't look sexy. She doesn't cook for him. She doesn't pay him attention. She doesn't do all of these things. What if she now starts to do all of these things just to prove a point? And at the end of the day, the man is still cheating. If she now decides that, you know what, I'm tired of seeing my husband cheat, and he's not the only one that has a license to cheat, so I can do the same thing. And she wakes up one morning and decides that, you know what, I'm going to cheat as well, since we're all cheating. You don't want to divorce me. I don't want to divorce you because we have children. We're staying for the sake of the children. But I want to cheat too because I want to have sex. I want to do other things with other people. I want to eat somebody's money. I want attention too. So in that case, are we going to be giving the man this same advice that we're giving her right now? Hello, good evening.
Hello, good evening.
Good evening. Please turn down the volume of your radio.
It's down already.
All right, thank you very much.
Okay, Okpa from Liverpool.
Okpa, thank you for calling. I hope you had a good day.
Yeah, still on the road though.
Oh, wow. It will get better. Okay,
so, you see, this issue of cheating and what of you is actually not something that we can just discuss and we can just advise. Now, I think I have some questions for the lady.
Okay.
The question is, what kind of person is her husband? What kind of friend does he keep? Is it someone that drinks? Sometimes, even if the man does not want to cheat, pressure from friends can make him do something like that.
That is true. That is very true.
Sometimes some friends just want you to do what they are doing, and they keep pushing you, no matter how you see. As long as these are people that you mingle with, these are people that you talk to, these are people that you move with, they can push you to do and undo. So, what kind of friend does the husband keep? What kind of person is the husband? How was their relationship before marriage? Those things are very important. Those things are very, very important. And another thing is, okay, let's say the man is cheating, maybe it's wrong, no matter what, it's wrong to cheat. But let me ask this question again. What has changed about the woman after marriage? Some women, before they get married, they are looking out for their husband or for their boyfriend. They are dressing, they are wearing bomb shorts and this and that. But after marriage, you see them go into their shell. They start carrying some rappers. They become a different person entirely. And for men, will not talk. Rather, they'll just put.
So why won't they talk? Why won't they talk though?
Some men will not talk. Some would have said it maybe once or twice, and they realize that okay, maybe when they said it, the wife take it in a different dimension.
Yeah, so they won't see anything again.
Just like, or maybe it's not even about dressing. Maybe some other thing. See, I was talking to a lady in my office today, and I told her, I said, look, I have noticed for the past 2 months, you have been carrying this baby that already has undergone. Do you think your husband will be good? I said, even my husband did not complain. I said, he might not complain.
But it's not even hygienic. It's not nice now.
You understand?
Okay, so Okwe, what's your advice basically?
The advice basically is this. The woman needs to check herself. That is number one. She needs to check herself. Number two, she needs to check the kind of company that the husband is keeping. That is number two. Then number three, this thing is not something you keep to yourself. They need to discuss it.
Okay. Thank you very much.
They need to discuss it. There should be room for forgiveness and there should be room for understanding.
So who should initiate this discussion? Is it the man or the woman?
No, the woman is initiating the discussion, actually, because the man is not going to initiate it. The woman just discovered that the man is cheating. So he has to make him understand that, look.
Oh, I know you're cheating talk to me about how we got here.
Yes, you understand.
All right.
This is what I got, and I think we need to discuss this.
Okay. Thank you very much, Okpa. Thank you for calling.
All right, then.
Okay, so Okpa basically says some of the points that have been said before, which is the fact that you need to sit him down and talk to him. He's saying they should talk about it because she has found out about it and she needs to know why they got there, how they got there, how do we get to the point where you're cheating on me. This point has been raised before and Divine Favor made this point. So yes, he just echoed that. He also says sometimes the company you keep is what's responsible for this. So she should watch the company her husband keeps. And then he also says, be more introspective. Think about some of the things that maybe you used to do that you're not doing, things that you are supposed to be doing that you're not doing anymore, and things along that line. Watch yourself and all of that. Now, I know the phone lines are beeping, but before I go back to the phone line, there's one thing I want to say. We keep saying that, sometimes women let themselves go after marriage. Women let themselves go after marriage. But we forget that a lot of the time, and I say this because this is literally what plays out in a lot of relationships, even up to marriage. You start out dating somebody, boy meets girl, boy is showering all this girl with so much attention, with so much interest, and the girl is impressed by a lot of the things he's doing. And she sees the effort, she sees the consistency. And so she's putting in effort to match the guy's effort. And then both of them are on the same page because they're both putting in effort. And then they get married, the woman starts to have children, things are looking a certain way. Maybe after her first child, she doesn't look as good as she used to look. She's struggling with that. And then whether or not the man is supportive, we don't know. And her body changes. The man is not showering her with as much attention anymore. He's not there like he used to be. He looks at her, he doesn't pay her compliments like he used to. At the end of the day, she just looks at him, and they're just both of them. There may still be a friendship, but at the end of the day, there's no effort from both parties, or at least from the man. And if there's no effort from the man, you can be sure that the woman will not react with any effort either. Except maybe she's in a line of business where she has to look a certain way. She has to make sure that, or she's the kind of person that just decides that, okay, I don't like the way I look. I need to work on myself for myself. She's not doing it for the man. She's doing it for herself. Where am I going with this? If the man is not putting in effort, if the man is not showering her with words of affirmation, if the man is not paying her attention, he's not doing all the things he used to do before, he's not, he's not sneaking in at night. And by that, I mean, like, he's not buying her stuff. He's not making her feel precious, making her feel valued, making her feel like, oh, you're the mother of my children, you're my love. It's minus the children, Seth. He's not making her feel all these things that she used to feel before. At the end of the day, it just becomes like two people that are just living in the same house. And that's when the woman stops putting in effort. Now, when she has stopped putting in effort and this starts to happen, and then the man now realizes that, oh, she has gotten to that point where she's no longer putting in effort, he now starts to look outside, forgetting that there's something that you didn't do that got her to that point, that made her react that way. And now you're reacting again by cheating. Now, if she reacts to by doing something else, at the end of the day, all these wrongs don't make the right. So let's not just say, oh, the woman stops doing, she just relaxes. Sometimes the man relaxes first with his effort and consistency, and the woman reacts by not putting in any effort. So that's where I'm going. Okay, please call back. So let's not just, everything has somebody responsible for something that led to something. And if there was a communication gap at some point, then it's possible that it will lead to something else. There are lots of messages, and I'm going to read them very soon. Hello, good evening.
Hello?
Hello, good evening. Thank you for calling.
Good evening. How are you?
I'm very well, thank you.
How was your day?
My day was good. How about you?
Thank God I'm okay. My day was fine.
Awesome.
And nice work.
Work is good, thank you. What's your name and where are you calling from?
Desmond from Ikorodu.
Hi, Desmond. Thank you for calling. All right, so very quickly, what are your thoughts on this, and what do you think Cynthia can do to stop her husband from cheating?
Well, I think I heard you when you asked her maybe if the husband had been cheating before. Is it the first time or the second time?
Yes, I asked that.
And she didn't send you any reply?
No, she didn't.
When she came now, she doesn't know where the thing is coming from. Because my own advice is this. Well, I believe there's something going on. Something is going on in their sex life. Are you hearing me?
I am. So
maybe in terms of lovemaking, maybe the woman is not used to be active the way it used to be. Maybe because of the nature of her job. I think she used to come back late, right?
No, it just says she's a marketing manager or marketing officer. Let me read that again. It said she's a marketing officer. Yes. She's a marketing officer. That's all it says. The fact that she's coming late, or the point about she's coming late, came from one of the callers who said that maybe she's coming late and that's why she does.
That is one of those things in a marriage, because sometimes when you see some women are working, and once they got married, the husband will ask her to leave the job, or she just resign and start business so that you have time for the family. Are you getting me?
Okay.
So I believe she's working late is one of those things because when she close, consider traffic and other things. Before when she gets home, she will tired.
We don't know this though, so it's one of the
I'm
possible
just giving.
options.
Maybe I'm just bringing up one of those things.
Yeah,
Maybe
possible
because
scenarios. Yeah.
the reason why maybe the guy is cheating outside, are you getting me?
Mm-hmm.
So the time they used to spend with the husband, the time is not there in terms of love making and other things is not there. And being as a man, I don't lie to you because if I ask my wife for sex today, she complains. Tomorrow she complains. The third day she complains. Mother, what will happen now? Are you getting me?
Of course.
So
And
I believe these are one of those things that make that man to look outside.
Okay.
Honestly, because for my own, what I would advise the lady is you should just try. No matter what you do, your family, put your family first. Because this job you are running up and down for. You should not pray for that. Let's assume they say she lose her job. Is it not the same family she will fall back to?
Okay.
So she should just try, adjust some certain things so that things will be balanced back.
So is there any role that this man can play in this whole thing?
For the woman?
No, that the man can play in bringing back this marriage together. Is there any role that the man can play here? The man who's
believe maybe number one, maybe there may be some certain things going on, which this man will call this lady. Maybe he will give her advice. Maybe try to adjust one or two things. She understand. Maybe the woman did not turn up, or she didn't. Maybe she did not give her a listening ear. So I believe those kind of things can contribute as well.
Okay. Thank you very much, Desmond.
So
thank you for calling.
That's what I think.
Good night.
Take care. Yeah, dear.
Ooh. Sorry about that. Okay, messages in from Comrade. Said, sometimes I had serial cheated too. Apologies for that. And I just said that because I was saying if that wasn't the first time that he's cheating, then that means he's a serial cheater. And then that means it's even worse than if he's cheating for the first time. He said, sister, please don't say I'm saying out of importance. When did you join adult? Nope. I am not reading that. Divine, okay, no, not reading that either. Mama Ovie, Raphael, Miss Ovie, Grandma Nka, Adebayo, well, Nadeo. Very good point. I've called some of these names before, and I hope that everyone's okay. Christian, looking at a woman that is not your wife is cheating. Smiling with a girl that is not your wife is cheating too. All right, that's a different conversation. So to anything that will make me cheat is when my wife snores or farts or she's fat. I'm not going to call the name that you put there because that's body shaming. Or when my wife snores or when she's fat and she doesn't take care of her body, that's what will make him cheat. And that's what he's saying. All right. Well, that means the man and woman are competing. So cheating runs in a man's blood. But I control my own as a tom girl. Does that mean that cheating runs in man's blood, so it's okay for him to cheat? But when the woman cheats, now it's a bigger issue. Is that what we're saying? Peer pressure and clique and gang and manipulation, which Sumto has not touched. Well, I think this was Okpaya that raised that particular point about, he maybe taking cues from some of his friends. So thank you very much again for that, Okpaya. And he said, I love this man. When they bond, they will turn to Ngbeke. Sumto, they let themselves go because they believe they've wedded and nothing more. I agree with that. Some people actually let themselves go because they've gotten the ring, they've married, and that's it. But that doesn't apply to all women. That does not apply to all women at all. That does not apply to all women at all. Childbirth actually changes you. It changes your body. And it's not as easy to snap back into it the way we see it in movies, like people think. It's not as easy. If your husband is not supportive, if your husband is not lovingly inspiring you to want to work out, to want to go to the gym, if he's not interested in that, in seeing you snap back or seeing you go back to what you used to be, if he's not active in your change, then you will definitely feel the need not to snap back because you've just had a child. and you didn't lose your shape out of nowhere. I just wish that men could have children. They would understand what it means, that it's not as easy as it looks. And then when we keep saying the woman's body changes, oh, maybe she's not as attractive, we forget that these men grow old too. These men grow old too. I mean, I don't want to digress, but I have to mention the fact that it's not only women that their body changes. At least women have a reason why their body changes. They go through childbirth, they have hormonal imbalances. All these things happen. And the woman's reproductive system is completely different. Just even the way you eat, Seth, the way the woman's system works is completely different from the way a man's system works. So, what is the reason why a man would develop pot belly? For what? I mean, you're not having children. So why would that happen? Why will your body change? Why will you have gray hair? Why? Why though? Why can't your beard gang be on point all the time? Why can't you keep your six pack or at least develop a six pack? I mean, there's no reason why you should grow old and just your waist size of your trousers keeps increasing every day. There's no reason. At least the woman has a reason. Now, this is not to justify and say that women should not take care of themselves when they get married, but at least they have a reason for losing shape. But men don't. And when men lose shape, it doesn't mean that the woman starts to cheat. A lot of men are out of shape and their wives are in shape and looking good, but they're still faithful. So why is it that when the woman now loses shape, is the man now feels like, oh, it's okay to cheat? Why is it that when the man loses shape, why is it that when the man loses shape, the woman doesn't just go, okay, my husband is not looking like a king anymore. He's not looking like a zaddy anymore. So it's time to get myself a small boy that's looking six pack and looking good. Why doesn't that happen? I'm pointing this out for you to know that it goes both ways. It goes both ways. Everything goes both ways. The way we keep saying, oh, maybe there's something she stopped doing, that's the same way that there must have been something he stopped doing that made her stop doing something too. So sometimes all these things are not cut and dry. They're not one size fits all. And we cannot apportion blame to the woman and say that she's doing something, she's doing something, she's doing something, or she's not doing something, taking responsibility completely away from the man. But anyway, that's by the way. Cynthia is asking tonight, what can I do to stop my husband from cheating? Hello, good evening.
Hello, good evening, Papa.
Is this Grandma? Oh, I really can't hear you. Agatha, I'm not even going to lie to you. You sound like Grandma Adebayo. Thank you very much for calling, Agatha. How are you? Hope you had a good day today.
Thank God.
Awesome. All right, very quickly.
My advice to Linda, right?
Cynthia. Yes.
I don't have much to say. If you should commit everything to God's hand, because some men say if you talk to them from now to tomorrow, if they want to cheat, they must cheat. Do you understand?
Mm-hmm.
So it's a committee to everyone, because there is some men, I don't know how to put it. Some men, they will say if they chop a bono, they want to chop a gisi, from a gisi, they want to so from there. I don't know how some men used to behave. This cheat, the Bible make us understand that cheating is fornication. They understand.
Adultery.
The man did not have God fear at all. That is how we put it. I don't know, maybe they are going to church or what. I don't know.
So what should she do now? She should just
my
advice in prayer, like you said, Abby.
Yes, and if the teacher talks to the man, if he doesn't listen, let it commit everything to the hand of God, and God will arrest the man one day.
Thank you very much, Agatha. Thank you.
Bye-bye.
All right, this is a message coming in from Akin from Asese, Ogun State. It says, good evening to all adult conversation members. Side chick has become normalcy nowadays in our society. It only takes the fear of God. So my advice to Cynthia is to calm down and work herself to be more attractive to him. Your husband still has respect for you. There are some that will be doing it openly without fear of their wife. And that's from Akin. All right, this one is coming from Tony. And Tony says, hello, Sumto. I trust you had a good day. Thank you very much, Tony. I really don't know what advice to give regarding the issue for tonight. But what I do know is that a partner doesn't have to be imperfect or do something wrong before they can be cheated on in a relationship or marriage. But here's what I would suggest Cynthia should look for a day when her husband is in a good mood and ask him to advise you on an issue that a friend has been facing in her marriage regarding her unrepentant cheating spouse. Tell him that your friend is emotionally distressed and has vowed to start cheating on her husband without caring what might come out of it. And you need him to advise you on what to tell her. His response to this will tell you if he really cares about how you feel about his unfaithfulness and if he intends to stay in the marriage and stop cheating on you for good. My dear Cynthia, I do wish you a happy married life henceforth. Thank you very much, Tony. Okay, Tony also adds a husband taking good care of his wife doesn't mean the woman is safe from being infected with sexually transmitted diseases if the husband keeps cheating on her. Faithfulness is key to the overall well being of a spouse in marriage. All right, thank you very much for that. I'll take some more messages off of Facebook, but this one is coming in from Shola from Surulere. He's a guy. He puts male there so that we can know that he's a man. Good evening. It's quite unfortunate that in our environment, we don't abide with the rules of engagement and enforcement pertaining to marriage. We want to have our cake and we want to eat it. It baffles me when women are being treated and cheated on with no regards. I think women should rise up and challenge the cheating men and also raise advocacy for strict laws with firm and punitive financial enforcement as per the laws guiding the Marriage Act. Some culprits of alimony are allowed to pay paltry allowance on the children's upkeep, and that is not sustainable, thereby putting divorced women at the mercy of the society. Insane crimes, they pay heavily, and if defaulted, they are jailed. In essence, women stand up for your rights. Shola, thank you very much for that. All right, more messages coming in, and okay. Comrade says, can't she tell the husband if he has absconded? Okay, I don't know what that means. He said, Nalaya Ogbano Okroko. Many men stick to Ogbano only. All right. Comrade, please speak for yourself. Oh. You can't speak for all the men. You cannot speak for all the men. You can only speak for yourself. All right, taking messages off of Facebook now. This one is coming in from Chris Ayenobong, who says, pray for his salvation and that God should arise and fight for you. Fast and pray to defend your territory and what you love. Benjaz says, men, pray this prayer point for him. Oh Lord, let every strange woman in my husband's life make them look ugly as soon as my husband beholds his eyes on them. Let me look gorgeous immediately he sets his eyes on me in Jesus' name. You will see results. Okay. Olamide Bello says, recently he bought me new dresses and shoes, found out later he got it while shopping with his side chick. What are you still looking for? It means you weigh more important than the others. You better leave the headache for who gets him. Oluwaseun Emmanuel says, focus on other things and leave him alone. He'll soon see what he's looking for. All right, these messages off of Facebook are just hilarious in their own way. All right, so thank you very much for all these messages, but I do need to point out certain things from some messages I have read earlier. Now, let me go from this particular one. Where's that one? Okay, let me read that one. Okay, so if your hubby is taking good care of you, don't bother yourself. Just be treating him well. He might stop looking outside. You might need to pray about it as well. How do I say this now? Cheating comes with a level of betrayal and distrust. Distrust. And after that, if the cheating continues and it's not being addressed, it leads to indifference, complete indifference. And when indifference sets in, there's literally nothing that can happen. In fact, at that point is when the woman can decide that she wants to start cheating and she doesn't give a flying hoot what happens in the marriage. And you know, women, when they decide that they want to cheat, particularly without caring, sometimes a lot of women cheat, to be honest. A lot of women cheat, but they cheat so carefully that the man would never know that she's been cheating on him for years. But once the man starts cheating small like this, before you know it, the woman finds out that he's cheating and everything turns over. What am I saying? I'm saying you cannot just say because the man is taking care of the woman, it's okay for him to cheat. Cheating is a betrayal. It's something that takes away from a woman. It makes you feel there's a lot of mental distortion that happens when your man cheats on you. You start feeling, am I not good enough? Do I have low self-esteem? Or you develop actually, some people develop low self-esteem because they feel like, particularly when they see the people that their husbands are cheating with, and maybe those ones are finer and they're younger, all of a sudden they start feeling like less of the strong, capable woman that they should feel like. And after a while, they just really don't care anymore. They really don't care anymore. And that really not caring starts to affect them as people. So there's a lot of emotional turmoil that happens when you're cheated on. But we're not talking about that. All we're talking about is, what did she do wrong? What did she do wrong? I'm not saying that there's no way that she could have done something wrong. That's why I asked earlier, that has your husband talked to you about some things that he noticed about you that you've started doing that you didn't used to do before, and he's not okay with those things? Did he tell you to stop certain things, or did he tell you to start doing things that you used to do before but you stopped doing? Has he talked to you about anything, or anything that makes you feel like, oh, it's because I didn't do this, or it's because I did this that he's cheating? I asked this question. I did. And I didn't get any response. But my reason for asking is, if he had said, oh, I don't like this thing about you, but you continued doing it, again, I believe that that's not reason enough to cheat. But the humanity in people is just what it is. Some people, their minds are not strong enough. Some people, they just feel like they've had it and they cannot die. They can't kill themselves. So if marriage is the reason, that is the thing that wants to kill me, they'll just look at you and be like, you know what, I'm not going to die here. So if you want to go ahead and keep doing what you're doing, go ahead. I've talked enough, I've had it, and that's it. This applies for both women and men. This applies for both women and men. Sometimes the woman does something, the man is saying it countless times that, I don't like this, I don't like this, I don't like this, I don't like this, I don't like this. And the woman doesn't listen. And at the end of the day, the man starts to cheat and the woman starts to cry that he's cheating. I don't know why he's cheating, blah, blah, blah. Forgetting that he did mention certain things that he doesn't like. And he enjoined you and persuaded you and begged you to change these things, and you didn't. And it also applies the other way. You know, sometimes the man is doing something and the woman is begging and pleading and asking him to stop certain things, or asking him to, develop certain attitudes, because she doesn't like that he's being completely indifferent. He doesn't care anymore. He's not being as romantic as he used to be. He's not being caring about her, not about the children now, about her as a woman. And she has tried her best to say all these things, and he's not paying attention. And then at the end of the day, she cheats. Now, the social standard when a woman cheats is obviously, going by the way of conversation today, is obviously different than when a man cheats. So the man being a provider, or the man saying that, or you saying that, oh, because he provides, it's not okay, that don't bother about the fact that he's cheating. Why not? If he provides, he's supposed to provide. You both are supposed to provide. It's a marriage, it's a partnership. There's supposed to be contribution from both people, regardless of how it works or what the dynamic of your marriage is. If he's providing, he's not just providing for you, he's providing for his family. If he doesn't provide, who will provide? If you decide that you don't want to provide, who's going to do it? Both of you have to do it, because it's your family at the end of the day. So he's not doing you a favor by providing for you. You're his family. He's supposed to provide for you. He's not doing you a favor by providing for you. So when you say because he's providing, then you should forget about it and not bother about it. If she now takes that money that he's using to provide and decides that, okay, me too, I want to, since the man has decided that he wants to be in the streets, so yeah, now let me to go to the streets. Who would that favor at the end of the day? And now men cannot take these things that they dish out. They cannot take it. They can't take it. So even if the man is cheating, it's mind-boggling that even when the man is cheating and the the man knows that the woman knows that he's cheating. And then when he finds out that she now has started to cheat, it now becomes this whole thing. And for a long time, this woman has swallowed the fact that he has been cheating and she didn't do anything about it. But she now cheats once, and it's like the heaven wants to fall. All these things I'm saying are in a bid for us to understand that you cannot take responsibility away from the man to right some of these wrongs. He's the one who cheated. He should be the one seeking for her apology. I mean, for her forgiveness. He should be the one coming to say, oh, he should be the one telling her that I cheated on you. I'm sorry, and I didn't have to do this. But if we're being honest, this is why I did it. This is why I did it. This is why I did it. He should be the one seeking for her apology. I mean, for her forgiveness. Pardon me. But if that's not happening, because we've said, okay, it's a marriage, and we agree, it's a marriage, he's not owning up to his fault. Somebody has to be the adult. So if he is not opening, if he's not owning up to his faults, and then it's up to the one to say, oh, baby, my husband, why are you cheating on me? I don't know. I don't even know how that conversation would play out. Because this is a woman that will be really, 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 really hurt and heartbroken by the fact that her husband is cheating on her. So how to even start asking that? I know you're cheating, but I just want to know why you're cheating. I don't even know how the conversation is going to play out. But if she's strong enough and she can hold that kind of conversation, then it's definitely important to know why. And then we cannot take away the place of therapy in this whole thing. But you see, therapy only works when the two people want to fix it, not when one person is happy doing what they're doing and the other person is suffering. Therapy only works when both people say, you know what, we need to work on our marriage. And this doesn't happen if the man doesn't acknowledge that he has cheated and he has hurt this woman's feelings. And if the woman has not accepted his apology and is willing to make it work. So let's stop giving excuses for men. Let's just stop it. It's enabling attitude. It's what is enabling them to continue doing it. It's what is enabling them to keep doing this. Comrade is saying, are you saying a man and a woman can compete? It's not a competition. It's not a competition. Why is it that the man can cheat but the woman cannot cheat? Is she not human too? Doesn't she get money? Doesn't she look at other men out there and be like, I like that man, I want to see what he has in his pants? Doesn't she look at other men and be like, oh, this man looks better than my husband, I think I want to sleep with this man? Or do you think women don't feel that way? Do we think that women don't feel that way? Men do not have sole monopoly to looking outside or to getting attracted by things that they see. Men do not have sole monopoly for that. Women also get horny. Women also want to be loved. They also want attention. They also want peace. So the peace that you're saying the woman is not giving you outside, inside. I mean, the woman too wants it because there's something, if she's not giving you peace, there's something you think you're not doing. And I'm not saying this is what happens all the time, but this happens a lot of the time. It is generator and reactor. That's the way relationships work. The man a lot of time generates the kind of attitude that the woman reacts to. So if a woman stops paying attention to her looks, particularly when she's married, then notice that maybe the man has stopped giving her compliments. The man has stopped acknowledging when she looks good. She makes her hair. The man doesn't say, yo, you look nice, your hair looks nice. He doesn't acknowledge anything. So the person that yes, it's important that you do all these things, you look good for yourself. But when you're married to somebody, you expect that they notice all these nice things about you. So if they don't, and then you now finally just decide that, you know what, I'll do the one I want to do. If the one I want to do, he doesn't like it, well, he cuckoo doesn't notice when I do the one that he likes. So let me just live my life as I choose to. And that's when the man will now notice that she has stopped looking nice. She has stopped doing this. She has stopped doing that. Forgetting that you too, you stopped doing something. You stopped paying her compliments. You stopped waking her up in the morning and praying with her. You stopped telling her nice things. You stopped buying her gifts. You stopped being there for her when she needs you. You stopped, taking part in the house chores and assisting and just being there with the children. You just left everything to her. And I expect that everything would just happen just like that. And things would just... It doesn't work that way. It really, really doesn't. So when we put all the responsibility on the woman, it's unfair. It's actually very unfair. It's a huge burden to carry when you put everything on the woman. Comrade is saying, some to forget that parojo. God gave man one kind of hormone of David, Abraham, Solomon, the father of women. Again, not a valid point. I mean, comrade, not a valid point. God did not give any man any kind of hormone. You people are the ones that are deciding that this is what you people want to do. So at the end of the day, don't be upset when the woman says that she wants to do the same thing. You men do not have monopoly for cheating. They don't. They don't. But back to the story. This is somebody who is saying that I hate that my husband is cheating. In fact, another thing that makes me wonder about this particular story is how did you find out that the clothes and the shoes that he bought you were bought when he went shopping with his side chick? How did you find out about that? Were you following him? Or the place that he bought it, was it the shop or the store or the mall of somebody that you know that told you about this? Or how did you find out? I'm not gonna lie, I've been thinking about this. It has been ruminating in my mind. How did she find out? I mean, it's one thing to find out that he's cheating. It's another thing to find out that he bought some things for you when he went shopping with his side chick. Or maybe he saw a message on his phone from the side chick that was like, oh, did she like the things I picked for her? You know, things along this line. Maybe that's how you found out because there are other ways around it. It's just a really sad situation. And Cynthia needs some good advice. We keep saying, oh, she should do this, she should do that. And if that's our advice, then that's fine. But we cannot just act like the man is not the one in the wrong here. We cannot act like the man is not the one that is wrong because the man is the one that is wrong. Cynthia doesn't want her home to be broken. And that's why she's saying, how can my husband stop cheating? What can I do to make my husband stop cheating? The question that she asked specifically is, how do I stop this? How do I stop my husband from cheating? So we mentioned so many things, to be honest. We've mentioned quite a number of things. Some of the things that we mentioned are the fact that she should, if due to the nature of her work, she's coming home late, that's something that she should stop doing so she can pay more attention to her husband. She should be more present. She should be more engaging with him, and she should be present when he's there so that she can pay him attention and he can feel loved. Hello, good evening. The number still to call is 07000 917 917. That's the number to call to contribute and to give Cynthia some advice on how she can stop her husband from cheating on her. Hello, good evening. Hello.
Oh, my sister, how?
My brother, I do. Good evening. How you doing?
Yeah. Hello.
I can hear you. I'm fine, thank you. How are you?
Olu is my name. I'm calling from Obawale, Jushaga.
Okay, I know where you're calling from, but I didn't get your name. Can you tell me your name again?
Ma?
Tell me your name again, please.
My name is Olu.
Olu from Obawale. Thank you very much, Olu. Thank you for calling. Are you a first-time caller?
Yeah.
Thank you so much, Olu. All right. Please go ahead very quickly. Go ahead, please.
Hello.
Hello, Olu. I can hear you. Please go ahead quickly. Hello, are you there? Okay, Olu, please try to call back. I think that seemed to be a network challenge. So please try to call back. All right. So some of the schools of thought that we've received tonight are pray about it. Talk to him about it. Call him to order. Tell him that it really hurts you and let him open up to you as regards why he's cheating. Maybe he doesn't like some things or he likes some things that you now stopped doing, and let him open up to you as to why he's cheating on you and what you can do to fix it. Hello, good evening. Okay, back to what I was saying. So that's another thing. Another thing they've said is watch the friends that he keeps. Hello, good evening.
Hello, good evening.
Good evening. Thank you for calling. What's your name?
My name is Chidinma.
Chidinma, where are you calling from? Akute. All right, Chidinma, we're pressed for time, so very quickly, please go ahead.
Okay, I am a single mother, so I don't marry. I have a daughter. So
Okay.
2 years now. But I want to leave my husband because my husband is a teacher. He's beating me. I don't complain to my sister-in-law. They don't talk. She told me that she will be married.
Okay.
Another person. So I'm 26 years old.
Okay.
I'm 4. I'm chocolate.
Okay, let me stop you there, Chidinma. I'm very sorry about what has happened to you, and I applaud your courage for wanting to leave. It's very important that you take care of yourself in the process. But I need you to send us a message so that we can really understand what it is that you need. Just send us a message so that we can really get it, we can really understand what you're trying to say. I don't think you're trying to talk about the story tonight. I think you're trying to make a point about your own story. So send us a message and then we'll get in contact with you about your story. Okay? Okay. So the number to send the message to, let me read it out to you so you can take it down somewhere.
Okay.
All right. Can I go ahead? Are you ready?
Yes.
Okay. So the number is 0703 175 6537. Read the number back to me, Chinema. Hello? Hello, Chidinma, are you there? Read the number back to me. Read the number back to me so I can know that you got the number correctly. All right. Well, I hope she got the number correctly. Thank you very much, Chidinma, for calling. And I would appreciate you sending in that message so that we can hear your story and then we can profile it, or we can give you advice, or we can assist in whatever form that we can assist in. Okay. Now, I'm just basically giving us a round off of things that have been said so far. Talk to him, call him to order, watch his friends. That's what I was. Watch his friends and try to know if his friends are the ones influencing him to do this thing, to step out on your marriage, if they're the ones influencing him negatively to be cheating on you. It's also important that the point about paying attention and wearing sexy clothing, that's something that was also said. Wear sexy clothing, wear clothes that make him attracted to you, and that was also said. Cook good food for him was something that was also said. Wake him up in the night and have a conversation with him was something that was also said. And there's more. Hello, good evening.
Hello?
Hello, good evening. Turn down the volume of your radio.
Hello, my name is Gabriel calling from Matogo.
Gabriel from Matogo, are you a first-time caller?
Yes.
Thank you so much, Gabriel. All right.
Thank you.
Yes, please go ahead very quickly.
In as much as I don't like the word of cheating, this thing means that the man is committing adultery.
Yes, that's what cheating means.
Yes. A responsible woman can live the life that can dictate who she will marry. He can live the life that the word of cheating, as a Christian, I don't like it. It's not that when somebody wants to go to hellfire, you cannot follow him. You have to let him know that what he is doing is not right. Hello?
I understand. I'm just trying to understand what you're saying.
Let his wife know that. Let his wife let him know that what he is doing is not right.
Okay.
Let them live the good life. And she will not follow him and commit that sacrilege.
It's not, well, I understand what you're saying because it's not because he's doing it doesn't mean she should do it. But what I'm saying is, if he's doing this outside and he's cheating, that means that he's not paying her attention inside the house.
Let him and her sit down together and let tell him that what he's doing is not right. Anything that she do, that letting him to go outside, let him tell the wife. Are you getting me?
Mm-hmm.
Hello?
I'm hearing. I'm with you.
And let him know that what he's doing is not right. And let her not follow him and do what the man is doing outside.
So she should just be in a marriage where her husband is not paying her attention, and she should just live like that for life.
See, love covers many things. Let the man know what is she doing is she not doing right. That make a man to going outside. If they want to make her, let them sit together, because that wife is a helper to the man.
What
and now a husband have any responsibility to love his wife. Are you getting me?
Yes. So my question to you now is: what if she's not doing anything? That he's just cheating because he wants to cheat.
You see, if no any human being have a blood in your flesh, anything where the woman is doing that is not right, the man as a head in the house, we tell the woman that look at what making him go outside.
I don't think you heard what I said.
Okay.
What I'm saying is, there are men that cheat even when there's no reason. They just cheat because they want to
and
cheat.
That is me.
So what I'm saying is,
if the man cheating outside and give no reason,
yes,
make it that the man is living out of his flesh. If you know the meaning of living together as a husband and wife, there is nothing like cheating.
What I'm saying is, if
any man or woman committing that is a sacrilege.
I'm not denying that. That is true. What I'm saying is, if this man is the kind of man who is cheating without any reason, what should she now do? That's my question.
If the man is a Christian or the man is a Muslim, let her report him to the clergy.
Okay, thank you very much. Thank you very much, Gabriel. We don't have much time anymore. Thank you so much.
Hello.
Okay, and that's Gabriel, and he's basically saying cheating is sacrilege. Cheating is basically adultery, that we should call it for what it is, which is true. And he's saying just report him to your religious authority, your spiritual authority, if you're a spiritual person. Yes. So basically he's saying, a lot of people are also saying, make yourself happy. He's cheating. Yes, he's cheating. It doesn't mean that you should do the same thing. Just try and find joy in whatever it is that you can do. What else? The point about looking inward to make sure that you're not doing anything you're not supposed to be doing. You're giving him attention, you're cooking food, you're taking care of him, you're making him feel loved. If you're not doing any of these things, then you need to start doing these things so that the man can feel like the home is a safe place and it's a happy place for him to come back to. And you can now ask him why he's cheating and talk about it. So basically, those are just basically the schools of thought so far. And I appreciate everyone for every message that has come in and everyone for every call that has come in. Thank you very much. On this note, I'm sure that Cynthia will be able to take an informed decision from all the advice that you've given. On behalf of Cynthia, I say thank you again. And I hope you'll join me tomorrow, same time, same station, here on Adult Conversations. Thank you to my producer, Taiwo Adeleye, my engineer on duty, Blessing Inuma. My name is Somto Titilayo Ajama. Good night.
The voice of women. The voice of women. The voice of women. 91.7. The voice of women. The voice of women. The voice of women. 91.7. WFM 91.7.